Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about 5 powerful rules for shifting your life from something that just happens to you to a life that you actively design yourself. So, let's just kick things off with a really powerful question. In this big game of life, are you okay just being a spectator, watching from the stands? Or are you ready to get on the field and actually change the outcome of the game yourself? And this quote, man, it just perfectly frames the choice we all have to make, right? The easy path, sure, it's comfortable, it's predictable, but real impact, the kind of stuff that leaves a legacy, that's found on the hard road, the one you have to carve out for yourself. So how do we actually do that? Well, today we're going to break down 5 key principles: connecting the dots, harnessing the power of focus, staying hungry and foolish, mastering your message, and finally, selling a dream. Let's dive right in. All right, rule number 1. This one really challenges the whole myth of creativity. It suggests that true innovation isn't about some magical moment of inventing something from thin air. It's actually about seeing the connections that are already there. You know, this completely reframes how we think about innovation. It's like a puzzle. All the pieces are already on the table, but most people just see a mess. A truly creative mind, though, starts to spot the hidden patterns and connects those pieces to create a picture nobody else saw coming. So how does this actually work? Well, it kind of breaks down into 3 steps. First, you just collect a ton of different experiences. Those are your raw materials. Explore stuff outside your comfort zone. Then you train yourself to see the hidden patterns that link them all together. And finally, you forge those new connections. That's the magic moment, right? When you realize a phone can also be a camera, or a book can live on a screen. Okay, so you've got these amazing ideas, but they're pretty much useless without the discipline to actually follow through, right? And that brings us to rule number 2, the power of focus. In a world that's just screaming for your attention, greatness isn't defined by what you do, but by what you choose not to do. And wow, this slide just captures that tension perfectly. The yes mindset. It feels productive, doesn't it? You're busy, but your energy is scattered all over the place. The no mindset is about channeling all that energy into one powerful laser beam. That's the only way to get to true mastery. And the takeaway here is, it's actually pretty profound. For every single great yes in your life, you have to find the courage to say no 1,000 times. Focus is really an act of elimination. It's hard, for sure, but it's what separates the good from the truly world class. And you know, once you have that focus, it naturally leads us right into our 3rd rule. This one is all about how to keep that momentum going, how to sustain growth and innovation. It's a really cool paradox that fuels some incredible results. This rule is so cool because it's this powerful mix of 2 different ideas. Staying hungry is your engine, that constant drive to keep getting better, to never settle. But staying foolish, that's your steering wheel. That's the courage to be a beginner again, to try things that might not work, to risk failure because you're chasing something brand new. And that right there is the whole essence of being foolish. Think about it. Every single world-changing idea probably sounded a little bit crazy at first. It takes that special kind of courage to just ignore all the naysayers and chase a vision that only you can see. So you've got a focused idea. You've got this hungry mindset. But guess what? That's still not enough. Our 4th rule is all about communication. It's about how you share your vision in a way that doesn't just inform people, but actually inspires them to get on board. So, mastering your message, it really boils down to 3 things. First, clarity. You got to use simple language so people instantly get what you're saying. Second, emotion. Because let's be honest, people forget facts and figures, but they never forget how you made them feel. And finally, authenticity. When you truly believe what you're saying, people feel it, and it builds this incredible connection. At the end of the day, your goal isn't just to give people information. No way. It's to spark a total transformation in how they see the world. And that's the huge difference between just writing a memo and actually starting a movement. And that brings us to our final rule, which takes communication to a whole other level. It's about moving beyond what your product is and focusing on what it enables people to become. And this is such a fundamental shift in thinking. When you sell a product, you're inviting people to compare features, price, all that logical stuff. But when you sell a dream, well, you bypass logic completely. You're connecting on an emotional level, and you just can't put a price tag on hope or a new identity. Seriously, think about it for a second. Is somebody buying a camera, or are they buying the ability to capture their kid's smile forever? When you sell a dream, you're not just selling an object. You're handing them a key to unlock the future they really want for themselves. All right, let's bring it all home. Think of this as your new toolkit for building an extraordinary life. Connect the dots to find your next big idea. Say no to find your focus. Stay hungry and foolish to keep growing. Master your message to inspire others. And sell a dream to build a connection that lasts. So I'll just leave you with this. These 5 rules aren't just ideas to think about. They're tools for you to use. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. Your story is unwritten. The only question left is, what are you gonna write?